Everyone brought their masks, correct? Iwaoi, an enduring and consuming passion, also known as a popular group that consists of the members Iwaizumi, Sakusa, Daichi, Kuru and Bakuto. Iwaoi is decently known around the world, yet nowhere close to the biggest band group currently. They were currently attending a talk show, eagerly waiting to announce big news. First let's welcome Daichi Sayamura, their wonderful keyboardist. The members were all sitting around a table facing the audience. Daichi gave a quick wave and a beaming smile before the announcer started talking again. Next up we have Kuru Tachihiro, the guitarist. Kuru smirked and waved at the audience. He could have sworn he saw someone faint for a few seconds, making him let out a chuckle. Next we have Iwaizumi Hajime, their drummer. Remember audience, pay attention to the show and not his arms. Iwaizumi let out a huff before letting out a slight smile. Somewhere in the audience stood Oikawa, Kenma, Suga, and Atsumu. They were still shocked that they were able to buy tickets to see their idols, especially front row tickets. Oikawa turned to his friend Groove, letting out a giggle. The announcer knows us so well. Suga, Atsumu and Kenma just rolled their eyes. Oikawa, can you shut up about Iwaizumi for at least a second? Mean, Atsumu. You're acting like your husband Sakusa isn't just sitting right there either. A blush visibly formed across Atsumu's face, making Oikawa laugh. Well, Sakusa's clearly the better member in this band. Take that back, Iwa is the more superior one. Just look at his face and arms. Before the argument could escalate into something more, the announcer quickly cut them off. Next is their lead singer, Bakuto Kotaro. Bakuto shouted a loud greeting, even though their manager said to be quiet during the introductions, and gave a huge wave, making him almost fall out of his seat, in which Kuru laughed loudly at and Iwaizumi visibly trying to hold in a chuckle. And last but not least, let's welcome their newest member Sakusa Kiyumi, their bass player. Sakusa just crossed his arms after the announcer introduced him. He's never really felt that comfortable at these types of things like talk shows. It's not like he's shy or anything, he just dislikes crowds and the thought of tossing the microphone around isn't pleasing at all. Yet for some reason, he does enjoy concerts. Now on the topic of being the newest member, is the environment a lot different after Sakusa replaced Tsukishima? They're starting off tough, huh? Iwaizumi thought, gritting his teeth before he could answer. Daichi decided to answer the announcer's question. Well, after Tsukishima got let go after the situation, it was quite difficult finding a new recruit. The environment is obviously different, yet we're still thankful that we were able to find a recruit that can bring us as much enjoyment. Oikawa nudged Suga beside him, flashing a smirk. Your man really has a way with words, huh? Too bad mine is still better. Whatever you say, Oikawa. Suga said, laughing a little, playfully hitting Oikawa on the arm. After many uncomfortable questions the announcer was asking, Iwaoi was able to finally reveal their big news. Is it finally time to announce it? Yes, Bakuto, you can tell our audience now. Alright bros. So, we're doing a very special giveaway for the people in the audience today. 4 lucky people get to go on a trip to Tokyo and have private lessons with the best boy band in the world for a week. Oikawa, Atsumu, Kenma and Suga immediately froze at Bakuto's cheerful announcement, yet Kenma kept a calm composure. Kenma was a tad worried about his friends next to him, knowing that they're most likely going to fight someone for those tickets. Sigh. As much as it would be funny to watch, our manager said to tell you guys that no fights will be happening or else they will cancel this whole giveaway. If there are fights though, make sure to send those on Twitter so the giveaway wasn't a complete waste. Both Iwaizumi and Sakusa gave a deep sigh, while Daichi was sending a glare that could kill towards Kuru. Bakuto was about to reply, however Daichi quickly cut him off, resulting in Bakuto sinking down into his chair sulking while Kuru pats his back. How this giveaway will work is that you will all enter your names onto this website. Then after 10 minutes we will generate 4 names from the site. The winners will get a notification and will be asked to meet somewhere after the show. Good luck everyone. As soon as the website was launched, Oikawa, Atsumu, Suga and Kenma immediately entered their names. I swear, if one of you get a ticket and I don't, I'm suing. Honestly, it's probably best if you don't get one. I doubt Iwaizumi could handle you for a day. Like you're the one to talk. Sakusa would probably avoid you the whole time because you have too much germs. Oikawa mocked, while both of them were laughing. I already know me and Daichi will get along quickly. Oikawa and Atsumu turned to Suga, deciding to tease him a bit too. Kenma decided it was best to just not get involved with the male's banter, so he just continued to stare down at his phone, pretending to be playing a game when he's actually secretly counting down the minutes. After 10 minutes, the time finally came. Suspense was building up, having Oikawa, Suga and Atsumu flash huge grins. Bakuto took the mic, before speaking. Alright audience. The time you've all been waiting for. Drumroll please. Bakuto said enthusiastically, in which the crowd followed his instructions. Kenma, Oikawa, Atsumu, and Suga. Come see us after the show. Let's just hope they aren't some stalker fans. Iwaizumi quietly joked, knowing it wouldn't be heard over the sound of squealing and loud complaining. The four didn't fully process their names being said and their phones going off until a full minute later, and once they did, Shuga, Atsumu and Oikawa seriously went crazy. Kenma couldn't help but feel a bit happy inside at his friend's excitement though. Thank you so much Iipathy and the audience for joining us today. See you next time. The announcer shouted before the show ended. Many of the fans stayed where they are, pretending like they had the names that the band called. However, Shuga looked at the notification and read through it thoroughly. It says to meet at Studio 20, that's right down the street. Let's go. The three others nodded and they pretty much sprinted to the location they were supposed to be at, while dragging Kenma since Kenma refused to sprint since it would bring attention to them and his stamina was already a bit low. We're here, Oikawa said loudly, knocking on the studio's door. They almost missed it, since the studio didn't seem to have any windows and along with the walls, the door was also painted black. The door opened to reveal a spiky gray-haired male with a huge grin on his face. He swung the door a bit wider before shouting back to the people behind him, "Our lucky special guests are here. Come in." The four walked in, while Bakuto quickly shut the door behind them before they could say anything. Kiryu started talking. "Welcome fans. Before we start, I'll just explain how this is going to work. We were going to let Daichi explain, but we felt like it would get too boring for you guys to listen to." Daichi sighed a bit in annoyance at Kiryu's remark, but he decided it would be more mature to keep his cool for now, especially in front of their guests. "Basically we will each choose one of you to fly to Tokyo with, and we will be giving you private lessons on how to play, what it's like being in a band, all of that stuff. Since I'm talking, I get the first pick." Kiryu gazed at the four before staring at Kenma for a few seconds longer. "Hey Puddinghead, you're going to Tokyo with me. My name is Kenma." Puddinghead seems a bit fitting though. "You two can continue this later. I'll choose my partner now." Daichi did the same as Kiryu, making eye contact with the light gray-haired male in front of him. "Hey, congrats on winning the tickets. What's your name?" "I'm Sugawara Koshi, but you can just call me Shuga," Shuga said sweetly, but the three friends beside him knew he was secretly panicking inside, making Atsumu and Oikawa almost giggle. "Well Shuga, I can't wait to get to know you more." Shuga almost died right then and there, but he just nodded. "I've decided that my partner will be the brunette and Sakusa will take the other." Both Atsumu and Oikawa had the biggest grin when Iwaizumi said that, and the two immediately went up to their partners. Atsumu still kept a bit of distance from Sakusa though, knowing how bad his germophobia can be. "Hey, Omi. You look even more irritated in person. Is this really what I have to deal with for a whole week?" Sakusa thought to himself, already finding himself to dislike the male talking to him. However, all Sakusa responded with was a glare towards Atsumu. "Thanks a lot, Iwaizumi." "Iwa-chan? Iwa-chan? I haven't been called that since like elementary." Iwaizumi looked confused at the other male. The one person who's ever called him that was his best friend in 6th grade who he barely remembers, except for the fact that he had to move away. "Sorry, I had a friend who was also named Iwaizumi and I called him Iwa-chan, so I just use that for you usually since I think it's fitting for you too. Anyways, you better teach me something good, Iwa-chan." "I'll try my best." Iwaizumi blushed slightly at the nickname and replied to the brunette simply with a slight roughness in his tone, which Oikawa adored. Across the room, Kenma sent a glance at Bakuto before looking back down at his phone. Why didn't he get a partner for this?